I help striving women of color make peace with their pasts and pursue their goals, all while becoming their best selves.
Terri Lomax had the sequence of life figured out, or so she thought.
I went to school, I got good grades, I got a good job, but I was still unfulfilled.
And with that unfulfillment, Terri began to search for a niche in the form of giving back to people. And so, the Mocha Girls Pit Stop blog was born.
I figured that a blog would be a baby step. And so I literally just went on to Google and I'm like, okay, what is a blog? How do you start? And I kind of figured it out along the way.
Terri wanted to create a space where women of color could talk about issues that weren't commonly discussed, such as depression, anxiety, and low self-esteem.
As I got older, I realized that my mom struggled with bipolar disorder, and that really explains some of the inconsistencies in my childhood.
Terri uses her experiences as teaching moments, like to this group of high school students.
A lot of that negativity that I heard growing up, like you're ugly, you're all kinds of words that I heard, you're not good enough, you know, your hair's not good enough.
I didn't have a lot of confidence, and I really didn't believe in myself, and I think that really stemmed from the childhood that I had growing up in an abusive household where I was physically and verbally abused. Like I journaled since I was in elementary school, and that was like therapeutic for me. That was my outlet. When I looked back on those journal entries, I realized like, oh wow, I was really going through like some dark times.
And it got darker when Terri was 18 and in college.
I didn't know how I was going to pay for school because I don't come from money. I remember thinking about everything that I was going through. My siblings didn't have two parents in their lives. My mom was also in and out of prison.
For Terri, it was just too much.
So at that moment, I decided that I was going to take my own life and I was going to commit suicide because the weight of the world was just too heavy for me at that time.
But Terri did it. At this third home at 404 Market Street in Marcus Hook, Pennsylvania, Terri saw her little brother come home early with an innocent-looking smile. He made Terri remember that she had a reason to live. For all of her siblings, they were her motivation.
Terri went on to get her bachelor's.
When I heard about the opportunity to apply as commencement speaker, I initially brushed it off.
And her master's degree.
So you actually went to school for marketing and conflict resolution.
Yes.
But you don't actually work in that field.
I don't. And you know what's funny, Donise? When I started my blog, it was simply an expensive hobby. And over the past 5 years, I've gained so many technical skills that are transferable.
So transferable, Terri was hired at multiple companies in the Bay Area.
And I was able to secure jobs at Facebook. And I currently work at a tech company in San Francisco called Asana, which is a project management tool.
And without intention, Terri's blog helped her find full-time employment. With intentions, Terri created the Mocha Girl on a Mission initiative, a weekly highlight of a different woman across the country, including myself.
I submitted my blog not knowing that it would get chosen to be posted, and you chose it.
I have never let the upsets in life keep me down for long. I couldn't, because it wasn't in me.
For me, it was so important to do the Mocha Girl on a Mission initiative just to give other women a chance to share their stories.
Today, at just 5 years old, Mocha Girls Pit Stop has attracted a following from women all over the globe.
It's just mind-blowing to me that this idea that I wrote down in my notebook has now become an international movement. I just can't believe it. Women reached out to me and they just said that it's inspiring, and they just said, keep doing what you're doing. And I was like, okay, cool. I don't know what I'm doing, but I'll continue to create this space for us.
Terri chose to be a victor and not a victim.
Don't give up, and you are not defined by what happened to you, by where you come from, and really any dream that you possess is possible.
But if you give up, you just never know what you could have been, what you could have achieved.
With all the success of Mocha Girls Pit Stop so far, what's next?
I'm actually working on my book now, so I'm really excited about that. And I think that'll be an extension of my personal mission and the blog's mission.
And just like that, those baby steps towards the Mocha Girls Pit Stop blog led back to Terri's original idea of writing the book.
We deserve to see women who look like us succeeding. We deserve to see women who look like us living dynamically in the face of adversity.
And with all the adversity Terri has faced as a child, but overcoming it as an adult. What would Terri say to her younger self today?
Oh, wow. Donise, you're trying to make me cry. I would say every step of the journey, the tough steps, the rough patches, everything that you thought was not meant for your good, it can be turned around and it can be made to be a positive. And I would also say that everything that you went through is going to be worth it and it will pay off.